Thank you very much, John. Let me share my slide. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am Kudo from Japanese Corporation, a group company of global engineering company JGC Corporation. On behalf of JGC Group, today I would like to talk briefly about CCUS project in Gundih gas field in Indonesia. That is currently being studied towards the implementation of CCUS under the collaboration between Indonesian and Japanese governments and private. This is the overview of the Gundih CCUS project. The project is planned at the gas field named Gundih in central Java, Indonesia, where natural gas is being produced from this gas field by state-owned oil company Pertamina. From the gas processing facility, 300,000 tons per year of CO2 is separated in the gas production process. Gundih project is to capture this CO2, then transport, inject, and store the CO2 into the ground. There are two advantages that could make the project cost significantly lower. One is no additional CO2 separation facility, because CO2 is already separated in the operation of gas production. The other is to improve gas production by CO2 injection, that is so-called enhanced gas recovery, or EGR. This slide shows Gundih project organizations and the supports from both countries' government. From the Indonesian side, the project is to be done by Pertamina in cooperation with the leading national university, Bandung Institute of Technology, or ITB, aiming at both CO2 underground storage to reduce CO2 emissions, as well as enhanced gas recovery to improve gas production. On the other hand, from Japan side, Gundih project is to be a CO2 underground storage project participated by a global engineering company, JGC Group, and a major power company of Japan, J-Power, aiming at CO2 emission reduction. The key of the Gundih project is that joint crediting mechanism for CO2 emission reduction, so-called JCM, is to be applied to the project in the implementation phase. So, the CO2 emission reduction from the project will be certified as CO2 credit by both governments and shared by both countries. This is the past and the expected schedule of Gundih project. The first study was initiated by ITB and Kyoto University. Then ITB continued the study in the Asian Development Bank supported project. And since last year, Japan and US Corporation and J-Power, together with ITB, started the studies. And now, as a very significant occasion, Pertamina, ITB, JGC Group, and J-Power were gathered online and carried out the signing event of joint study agreement last Friday in order to start the final studies before Gundih CCUS implementation. Once Indonesia and Japan stakeholders successfully confirm the feasibility of the project, then it will take the next step, aiming at CO2 injection around year 2024 to 25. Gundih project has unique features as mentioned. The project is ongoing under Japan-Indonesian partnership, and the project could be the largest scale CCUS and EGR in East Asia and ASEAN countries. And also, the first CO2 credit could be issued from the CCUS project through JCM. By these features, Gundih project is not just a decarbonization project, but also could be the best practice model for decarbonization that could pave the future way from the following points. First of all, CO2 credit to be issued by Gundih project could unlock the door to commercial CCUS implementations if CO2 credit could have commercial values and could be tradable between companies or governments. Secondly, taking the same mechanism, many CCUS projects that have similar conditions with Gundih project could be started inside Indonesia and also in ASEAN countries and East Asian countries. Furthermore, the same way could be applied to CO2 from ammonia or hydrogen production and power generation sectors in the future. Currently, the stakeholders are working very hard to make the Gundih CCUS the best model, hoping successful results at the end. That's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.